Hey, welcome back here with me, Adrian Brits. In this section, we're going to prepare to learn about mass marketing. And by the end of this session, you'll know how to identify mass markets over niche markets. And you'll have the ability to choose between segmentation or between mass marketing. Now, never in the history of mankind has there been such a scope for mass marketing of goods and services. With a broad appeal as there exists today. And this is why ebooks offer such a huge opportunity that you should exploit. So while this is largely due to technological enablement, which is manifested through social media, it's also accelerated through globalization. There's now more unfettered access to homogeneous markets, which transcends national borders. So what the masses want, and if we're looking at targeting the 99%, let's look for example at Mr. Lehman, the gentleman here on the right. He's Brazil's richest man, but he doesn't sell Rolex watches to the rich and famous, but instead he's selling the cheapest beer in the country to the masses. Equally, the richest man in the world, Mr. Ortega, who owns Zara, the Zara clothing company, he doesn't sell expensive fashion to the rich, but he helps the poor to emulate the fashion that is enjoyed by the rich through what we call a special masstige product that he provides to them very affordably. So we now face two situations that's worthy of individual analysis. Firstly, the notion that we've got riches through niches, and then secondly, the contrarian view that was introduced by C.K. Prahalat, which was an Indian American professor, obviously whom I highly regard, and he refers to these massive segments as the bottom of the pyramid, where mass marketing is going to break all the rules associated with niche marketing and conventional marketing. So conventional marketing teaches us about STP, which is segmentation, targeting and positioning. This is to say that we should choose a segment of the market, let's say 18 to 24-year-olds, and then decide how we're going to communicate the value proposition to them, and how we're going to differentiate our product from the competition through a very unique mental image that we create. Now, obviously, clearly there exist circumstances where mass marketing would be a waste of money and resources, because only a small segment of the market can afford it. For example, if we look at luxury homes, only 1% of the population can buy them, so it doesn't actually serve much of a purpose to go and advertise it to the other 99% who can't afford it. But then, what about a market where the likelihood is extremely high that a product or service will appeal to the most basic needs of the majority of the population? Or what about situations where the aims of the organization is the lifetime value of the clients and the brand value and market share rather than short-term profits? So therefore, we're going to have to continue to explore some really exciting concepts around mass marketing, and it's very appropriate to identify situations where mass marketing is likely to be effective, as well as situations where conventional segmentation is a preferred approach. Now, generally speaking, for mass marketing to be effective for a product or service, the following conditions has to be present. We have to address the basic needs of a high percentage of the population. The product has got to be affordable to ordinary people. There should be no legal prohibition on the supplier or the consumer, and the market population itself should be a considerable size. Now, if we look at the above conditions, I can name a few products to you that would be very suitable for mass marketing. How about bottled drinking water? Companies like Evian, Fontvella or Nestle. Or how about affordable information services such as the Google Play newsstand, or Amazon Kindle and iTunes, or affordable clothing like Zara, or even affordable mobile communication, news communication, news information such as CNN and BBC, or even affordable education such as Udemy and Allison.com. Now, by contrast, if we look at niche opportunities, we can consider some products and services less suitable for mass marketing, especially where the objective is a high conversion rate in relation to an allocated marketing budget. So luxury products, for example, like luxury property and luxury cars, high-end convertible cars, or specialist medical services that are very expensive, or even sector-specific software such as accounting software that can't be used by many other businesses. So, bearing in mind that a product has to be assessed for suitability, one can confidently progress, and we can then apply mass marketing tactics. And because there are some powerful tools at our disposal today, I would propose that there are 6 golden rules for mass marketing that we can also apply to ebook publications, which we're going to discuss in the next session.